I'm just going to be... Oh, it's already recording. Good. Okay. What is up, Venture Films people on Facebook? Hope you guys are doing really good. I've been sending you guys a lot of messages saying there's going to be news in January, there's going to be news in January, there's going to be news in January. Well, there's going to be news in January. So, first bit of news is this. As of January 31st, we're going to reveal two things. We're going to reveal the title of the movie, as well as a poster for the movie. We got a really good guy working on the design. He's a very good friend of mine. I think you guys are going to really like what he's going to come up with. And after that, we're going to have a couple other things. This will hopefully be a weekly thing. Now, I'm not going to promise anything, and because we got a lot going on, as you see. I'm growing a beard. That's because we have a theater company to run at the same time, and everybody who's involved with Venture is also involved with the theater production, and they are the first. The Academy comes first because we are the branch. We came from them. They are our foundation, so our priorities go to them. However, we do want to keep this as a regular update. I'd rather do it this way than send you guys messages that are, this mile long. At least it's more interesting. So now, why is this the first time I'm giving you any news? Well, there's been news, but it's all been extremely technical. So a lot of it probably would not interest any of you. So unless you want to know that. Now, that's the other thing I'm thinking about doing with you guys. If you're interested in the technical developments, I'll do something separate. I'll do another series that we'll try and make available to you through certain means, I guess you'd say. And if you're interested in that, that'll be stuff like, what camera are we going to use, what's our editing software going to be, when our shooting dates are, specifically what kind of crew we need and stuff. And if you're interested in that as well, that would be a good place to show me your interest if you're interested in either being part of the crews for the movies or volunteering some of your services for the movie. And again, our shoot date is still at the end of July there. Now, that could change, and I'm going to go ahead and say it's count on it probably changing, because that's the way everything works in movies. Just stuff always gets moved around. So, and again, considering we run the theater company, keep that in mind if we have to move something. And that brings up the other point. You guys are going to be the first people to see everything. When we get a trailer up, you guys are going to be the first people to see a trailer. Now, you may be asking yourself, I thought we had a trailer for Sanctity of Life on the Facebook page, and also I thought we already had a title. Why are we renaming the movie? Okay, two reasons for that. One, this movie is going to be based off the play The Sanctity of Life that Dr. Chavers wrote in the 80s. Now, he wrote it for the theater, and he used a lot of theatrical devices to help communicate some of the themes that work very well on stage, would not translate as well to cinema. So, we're going to do a screenplay based off of the play. And because of that, we're going to rename it. That is why that is. Now, the trailer that you saw was a promo trailer we put together for churches and for pastors, because we were going to be doing that play that summer when we did our tour for the theater groups. So we had to make that to give them a clear impression of what the story was going to be. So that was a promo trailer that we made in one day with a camera that is not professional. That was a consumer level camera. So imagine, if you will, what we can do if we get a very nice camera and if we have more than one day to shoot it. I think you guys are going to be really stoked and really surprised by the stuff that we'll be able to put out and give to you guys. Which brings up the next point. We'll probably have some kind of fundraiser go on here at some point. Now, this is where you roll your eyes and say, now this is when they ask us for their money. Well, yes, but no. And this is what I mean. We're going to probably have a fundraiser here, but you guys will not be the primary source of funding per se. This will be more of a fun thing. And it's going to directly correlate. We're going to give you some incentives to give, and we're not asking you to give like an epic amount, like $1,000 or even $100, nothing like that. But it'll just be something fun, help us get some extra funds for the movie, help you guys get involved with the movie more directly, and as we go along with this, I'll tell you more about that. So that, I think, should be it for this first update. We're glad to have you here. If you're a non-Christian or a pro-choicer, we're very glad to have you here. We don't want to give the impression that we're trying to push you away. In fact, we want you to see what this movie is about, so that you understand where we stand on it and why. Why are we so opposed to this pro-choice thing? Why are we so opposed to women's rights and all this stuff? We want to make it very clear, and just so that you understand, and we're not going to pull any punches, but know that we're going to do our very best to objectively and factually present things that maybe have not been presented to you. And we're going to address it, yes, from a scientific standpoint and from a spiritual standpoint, because we believe the issue is both. It's not just a physical and science thing, and it's not just a spiritual thing either. So if you give us the time of day, we'd be happy to tell you. Everybody else, thank you so much for supporting us publicly on Facebook, and I hope you guys are really going to enjoy what we have coming up. All right, so until the 31st, maybe sooner, I will see you then. Bye.